Good morning, Gallup Hill School. My name is Jimmy.
And I'm Jacqueline. Would everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would everyone please remain standing for a moment of silence?
Good morning, Colonel. Would everyone please raise their right hand and repeat the BARC pledge with us?
I
Promise to be accepting, responsible, and kind. Everyone can now be seated. Let's go over to our weather center. What's going on outside today, Ryan?
Good morning, everyone. Here's today's weather. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Ryan. It's now time for a morning announcement. The book fair starts today. It will be closed tomorrow for Art Day, but open the rest of the week. Your teachers will take you down when it's your turn. Tomorrow we have Art Day, and we have a half day on Wednesday and Thursday for parent-teacher conferences.
And don't forget to rock your socks off on Thursday to show your support for World Down Syndrome Day.
Let's talk about our theme of the month, problem finders and solvers. Henry Ford, an American industrialist, the founder of the Ford Motor Company, and the sponsor of the development of the assembly line technique of mass production. Cars were around back in the 1900s, but they weren't practical. They weren't durable, and they cost a fortune. Then, in 1908, the first Model T S rolled off the assembly line, and suddenly travel became impossibly easier. Impossibly because Henry Ford invented the assembly line. There was no cost-efficient way to build a quality vehicle.
While others were happy to build cars for only the rich or content to write it off as an impractical technology, Ford asked, what would it cost to build this thing if I broke it down to its most basic materials and found a better way to put it together? Look around outside and you'll see the answer changed personal mobility forever. Let's take a look.
In the 1890s and even in the very early 1900s, when Ford went off determined to manufacture automobiles, it was a very risky thing. No one really quite knew if this could be done. Well, there was a certain need for transportation innovation. Ford, like a lot of mechanics, engineering types, became very fascinated with the internal combustion engine. He tries to build this thing in his garage behind his house. It was very, very crude. It had one cylinder. It generated 2 or 3 horsepower. This was the first prototype of the horseless carriage that Henry Ford built. His early companies, the ones that failed, his investors wanted to build a car for rich people. Ford, from the beginning, wanted to build a sturdy, inexpensive car for the mass of Americans.
I have set out to build the best motor car for popular use. The first car affordable for the common man.
Henry Ford was about the democratization of transportation. You no longer had to be a Commodore to be able to go from one place to another.
Ford stood in marked contrast, I think, to a lot of the big business manufacturing figures of the period. He believed that working people should be treated in a humane way. They should get paid a decent wage. They should have a healthy environment in which to work.
It was Ford who instituted the $5 a day, who doubled the wage of his workers, that his workers were going to become his customers.
Model T takes the American market by storm from the very beginning, and it's a tremendous success.
What Ford did was create a vehicle we could all afford.
Henry Ford created what became the dominant, the most important industry in the American economy.
Henry Ford was the most important business and entrepreneurial figure in the modern world, period.
That's all for our program today. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.